Hey guys, I'm back doing a fuel pump replacement on my 03 Rev 600. And as you can tell, I got the new pump in there. And so I'm going to give you guys some tips on what to do to get that thing back in there easily. Emphasis on that, that's for sure. So I took my coolant hose and pinched it up and zip tied it up to my frame to get that out of the way so I could have easier access to the mounting bolts for the pump. I took the plastic cover off that so I could get a better grip on the coolant hose. Then I took the bolts and the new pump and I stuck them in there and I started it with my finger, and then I took my 10mm ratchet with no extension, tightened those up, did the bottom first, then I tightened up the top, and that was all set for this side. I went over to the other side, putting the feed line back on. I think was my hardest part of this whole process, believe it or not. The green clamp you see down in there, it was a pain. I took off my can to get a better reach at that clamp with my needle nose. I got my angled needle nose I took down in there and finally got it to grab the clamp and push it back on there. The hose was pointing up so my gas didn't fall out or drain out of my tank. So I just slid that back down there and got the hose on as quick as I could. I did leak some, but we got some cat litter under there, so we're all set. Then I went up and put my pulse line back on. As you can see, this hose right here with the red hose clamp. And that went on easy, and I never had a problem with that. I just popped the hose right back on there, and then I actually took a set of just long needle nose and grabbed the clamp, pushed it back down on there, and that was all set. That's all I had to do on this side for connecting that side of the fuel pump. That was relatively easy, like I said. Just got to take your time and have the right tools. It's really not that hard. Then I came back over here and put my pump to carb line back on, and I just started pulling, and she got fuel up to here. I didn't want to make too much of a mess, even though I already got a pretty decent sized mess in there. But so yeah, so far so good. That's how I got her in the sled, and I'm going to drop this back down, put the cover back on, put the plastic cover on the pump to carb hose, and put the carbs back on and see what we can do. I am going to clean out the carb boots before I throw the carbs back in there. There's not too much dirt in there, but I do recommend putting a rag in there if you're going to be leaving it out overnight, or if you're just working in a dirtier chassis than I am. I know mine's pretty dirty, but these hoses are pretty clean and stuff. So it's all your preference. If you want to throw some crap in your engine, I mean, that's up to you. But so if you guys have any questions on that, let me know. It's pretty quick. I know I didn't show much hands-on. I did show you how I did everything though. So if you do have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. And I hope that went as well for you guys as it went for me. And I hope you get your Rev up and running soon again. And I'm sure I'll have a few videos up on my channel of this thing ripping around when she's finished. So thanks for sticking around. I know my video skills aren't 100%, but try to help some people out. So leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of my awesome projects going on in here. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.